Hellcat. Like a Hellcat. Like a Hellcat.
This stage is right. He wants to get into Formula One, and it's a remarkable effort. They've got some good sponsorship.
You're watching the first unofficial practice session live from Albert Park in Melbourne, 1997.
Williams, Renault third fastest, half a second off the pace. Ralph Schumacher, brilliant achievement this, fourth fastest in his first Grand Prix drive for the Jordan Peugeot team. His brother is second, he is fourth. Knights Harold Frenson is fifth in the second Williams, and Olivier Panis 1.4 seconds off the pace in the Prost Mugen is sixth fastest. Then 7th, 8th, 9th and 10th, Fisichella, Jordan, Herbert, Sauber, Larini, Sauber, Eddie Irvine in the Ferrari. And to complete the top dozen, Gerhard Berger in the Benetton is 11th, And Jos Verstappen in the Tyrrell Ford has gone faster than his teammate Mika Salo. All 24 drivers have been out. David Coulthard has only done 2 laps in the McLaren Mercedes, 16 seconds off the pace, and probably a worried man because Mika Häkkinen's car had to be taken off the track after the practice had been stopped to allow it to be recovered, and it had a broken rear wheel bearing.
Well, that now brings to an end the first unofficial practice session at Albert Park for the 1997 Qantas Australian Formula One Grand Prix. As we now look at the top 10 for you, Jean Alesi, the fast man, 1:33.487. Then fractionally behind him, the double world champion Michael Schumacher, 1:33.607. Then Villeneuve, the favourite for this weekend's race in many people's view. Then Ralf Schumacher, great performance by him. Frentzen, Panis, Fischer-Keller. And so we go down through them. But a good performance, I thought, by Ralf Schumacher as well, to be the 4th fastest man with a 1:34.329. Gerhard Berger's got a fair bit of work to do, though. He's currently 11th in the Benetton. When you consider his teammate Alesi has set the fast time, it would suggest Berger's got a fair bit of improving to do. Verstappen, Mika Salo, Damon Hill was out running fairly quickly early on. He ended up in that session 14th fastest, but they've certainly got some problems, the Arrows Yamaha team. Katayama is the slowest driver at the end of that session in 23rd spot, and really you can't take any notice of that time.
And it is a very wet circuit you're looking at. John Watson and Art Kelv. I think we're lucky, John, to sit inside because outside the rain is coming down very hard indeed. This morning it was, I think, even worse than now, but it's going to be a rainy day in Belgium.
Typical weather here at Spa. In fact, I think as we speak it's just 1 o'clock, and this is the driest part of Saturday we have had so far. And throughout the morning session we had torrential rain down to fairly light rain, the outcome of which was a very, very wet and extremely treacherous and slippery Spa exercise. About 15 minutes later his car had more front-end damage and Martini was taken away to the medical centre. I think he probably got a bit of a thump on his left side because the left front wheel came in on the chassis, but basically both drivers unhurt, and we imagine will take part in this 1 hour session, though of course it's not going to affect anything with the grid positions or lap times. The quickest time this morning, in fact, was set by Michael Schumacher in 2 minutes 13.261, some 23 seconds slower than the time set on Friday afternoon by Nigel Mansell.
Who's on pole for this year's Belgian Grand Prix. Ayrton Senna joins Nigel Mansell on that front row. Michael Schumacher and Riccardo Patrese share the second row of the grid. Fine performance ever. Martin Brundle and Johnny Herbert are 9th and 10th. Gabriele Tarquini is 11th, and that's his best qualifying performance. And Ivan Capelli 12th. 13th is Andrea De Cesaris. 14th, Michele Alboreto. 15th, Eric van der Poel. 16th, JJ